Hi, today I'm going to give an introduction about the group theory. Back in years, people know how to solve linear equation, quadratic equation and even the equation with degree 4. What about the solution for the degrees of highest order? What about the degrees 5, 6 and beyond that? Well, Évariste Galois answered this question. He was a French mathematician. To do so, he invented the theory called group theory at the age of 17. Around the same time, Johann Carl Friedrich Gauss invented the new technique called modular arithmetic. He is called Friedrich Gauss. The modular arithmetic shared many similarities with the group theory. This group theory and modular arithmetic created a revolutionary in mathematics during 18th century. We'll move on to the definition of groups. Addition, multiplication and asterisk are the operation performed in the group. To qualify the set as a group, it should hold 4 properties. Those are closure property, identity element, existence of inverse and associative property. I'll explain one by one. The very first property is closure property. I'm going to explain this with help of integer. We do denote integer as capital Z with double stroke in it. I'm taking this as the set which is considered as group. I'm taking positive numbers, zeros and negative integers. The property is integer is closed under addition. I'll explain how. I'm taking 1 and 2 as the input integers. I'm getting the 3 as the result. The 3 should be present inside the group and the 3 should be an integer. Both the conditions are satisfied because 3 is obviously an integer and 3 is present in the group. You can see that, right? So my property is satisfied. And then integer is not closed under division. I'll explain how. Again I'm taking the same set. I'm going to take 4 and 3. 4 is the numerator and 3 is the denominator. I'm getting the answer as in the rational form, or else if you divide 4 by 3 you'll be getting the answer in the form of decimal, which is not correct. So here we are seeing the contradiction because our answer should be in the form of integer. You are getting the answer in the form of rational, which is wrong. So by this way we can prove integer is not closed under division. The next property, identity element. 0 is the identity element for the addition operation. I'm taking the same set again. Identity element, if you add any other integer with the identity element, the result will not change. It cannot create any changes to the answer. So 2 plus 0 going to be 2 obviously. And then inverse existence. I'm taking the 3 from the same set. Additive inverse for the 3 is negative 3 and I'm performing addition operation again. 3 plus of minus 3 is 0. You have to get the 0 as identity element. Identity element is 0. We know that already. By this way you can prove the property of identity element and inverse existence, which is very easy. We'll move on to the associative property. Associative property is easy. Grouping of 2 out of 3. A plus B plus C and equal to A plus B plus C. I'm taking the same set again. You can take any 3 element from the set. I'm taking 0, 1, 2. So I'm grouping 0 and 1 plus 2. In the right hand side I'm grouping 1 and 2. In both the side I'm getting 3 as the answer. Since my answers are equal, I can say the associative property is satisfied. So now I can call this set as group since it satisfied all the 4 properties. Okay. We'll move on to the clock arithmetic topic now. Clock arithmetic. Clock arithmetic, the another name for clock arithmetic is modular arithmetic. This is the way to write the equation. Integer mod 12. You can substitute any integer you want. My aim is to find the modular for 13. I have to apply mod 12. So what is 13 mod 12? The answer is 1. You can find the answer with help of the division method, which is very simple, or else you can use clock and find the answer. So 13 mod 12. 14 mod 12 is 2. With help of division method, I am dividing 14 by 12. 1 12s are 12. I am getting 2 as the remainder. So 2 is going to be your answer. The remainder is the answer for the modular arithmetic. One more question. Why I am taking 12 over here? As far as the clock is concerned, there are only 12 hours. That is why I have taken 12 over here. And in computer science, we'll always write the number with 0. So I'm starting the numbers with 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So for 12 hours, it is 0 hours to 11 hours. One more example. I'm going to explain this example with help of a clock. What is the addition of 5 and 8? So 5 plus 8 is 1. Usually in basic arithmetics, the 5 plus 8 is 13. But in modular arithmetic, 5 plus 8 is 1. Take this clock as example. Ignore the other small hands, okay. Just consider the hour hand and minutes hand alone. Both the hands are set at the 5 now. Consider like that. I'm going to add 8 more hour. So I'm going to add 8 more hour. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The minute hand is pointing towards 1. From this you can easily say the answer for the 5 plus 8 is 1. You're getting it? So what is the addition of 5 plus 9 in modular arithmetic? In normal arithmetic you will be having 14 as the answer, but in modular arithmetic you will be getting 2 as the answer. I'll tell you how. Again, I set the hour hand and minute hand at the 5. I'm going to move the minute hand. I have to add 9 more hours with 5. Already I'm in 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. My result is 2. Understood? I hope you understand the relation between the clock arithmetic and integer with help of my examples. Thank you so much for watching my video. Thank you.